In today's video, we're telling you what we think of the new Humpter B3 DJ station. Let's go. All right, so this station actually comes in two separate cases. You've got a small case for your, top and a shelf, and then the rest of it comes out of here. I'm gonna open all this stuff up. I'm gonna set it up the way that I would. I'm gonna turn it around and you can see it all from there. There are a lot of things we love about this, but there are a lot of things that we actually don't really love about it, and I'll talk about all that at the end of the video. So make sure you stay tuned. Also, if you like stuff like this, if you like reviews like this, if you like hearing reviews from DJs that are actually out there doing it, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and you'll keep getting them in your algorithm. Here we go. All right, so let's open this bad boy up, y'all. You can see we're using this. I mean, come on, we got like dirt all over it from the last time it was out. All right, so it comes in this first case like this. This design was really, really good. Like, I love it, man. I mean, it's very light, actually. And so the way that this does is we open it up like this. And now it's kind of one big stand. So then it also comes with a front face facade part that sort of hides all of your gear. And so you want to make sure that you put this actually on before you put your top on. And so we open it up like this. It just slides down. Just like that. We tighten that down. And then we put our top on. We'll open this up. And so this has two pieces in it, y'all. The actual top, and then it's got a shelf. So what I do is I put the shelf in first to sort of stabilize the booth. And so that is for all your crap. And if you're a DJ, you know you have a lot of crap. So that's for all that. Then we have this guy. And what's cool about it, I don't know if you can get in here, Rev, but like these grooves right here are what is gonna attach to your booth and allow it to slide on there. So then it goes on like this. Just slips down on there, nice and flat. You can run your cables down under here. Again, you've got your shelf for this right here. Now, here's a couple of things that I don't love about this, is this actually should be a little deeper. Like this is not deep enough. So Humpter, if you're paying attention, make this lower, okay? Make this lower for DJs. Cause like, I can't really put, say, a mixer under there. Like that would be awesome to be able to do, but our mixer case does not fit under there. So we end up having to put it under here, which is a pain, having to dip down. So this would be awesome if this was lower. All right, so the next thing that we do is we put the laptop stand on. Now, here's the con to this, is this laptop stand does not have a case on its own. Humpter, figure that out. Oh my gosh. Like this thing is not small. If it were to have gone in this case, it would just be flopping around. It would scratch this. So that's a definite con to this setup. So we actually have this Craftsman box that we run it all into. But nonetheless, we then do have the ability. So I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna set myself up over here on the right. And we just put this laptop stand right here on there. This is super convenient, really cool, well thought out. And then this guy can be extended however we want to, depending on how long your arms are. And so like for me, I keep it pretty much as extended as possible because I like it like right here up on me. And y'all, that's literally it when it comes to setting this up. So if you can imagine, if you're a mobile DJ, like I don't know how long that took me, but it didn't take me that long. So let's talk about what's behind here, and then we'll turn it around and we'll get everybody's, we'll show it off a little bit. One thing that Humpter sort of gives us is a couple of attachments. And one of those attachments is a cup holder. Come on, that's amazing. For DJs that are in here doing this for a long time, the cup holder is dope. That's great. And then the other is the headphone stand. Now, they're not the most industrial headphone stands. Like this one has taken a beating, and it's literally like we've got it kind of secured in there, but they tend to take a little bit of a beating. So I would just recommend, like, make sure when you're packing this stuff up, make sure everything's in there so that it doesn't get bent. This one has gotten bent a couple of times. All right, so now I'm gonna turn this around and you'll be able to see what it looks like from the other side. So then this is what it looks like once you're all set up and ready. Obviously, I've got my laptop stand here, got my laptop ready to go. Again, you can adjust this height however you want to. There's a screw here where this can go up and down. I kind of like to have it right here hovering over my controller, but that's up to you. Some people love it up and it's able to do that. Now, there's a couple of downsides here, y'all, and I know Humpter's gonna address these, but what we have found is that these little white pieces that are supposed to go in here to cover these holes up, they tend to come out. They tend to, over time, take some wear and tear. And so you're gonna have to really pay attention to where these things are and make sure that they're in your case, because you will lose them. And if you were to see behind here, I actually have lost all but one of the other one. So this is the only one that I have from this other side. And so that kind of sucks. Like, not gonna lie, it's almost $2,500. It ought to stay together. Anyways, so yeah, just make sure that you keep those. But other than that, man, like, this thing is dope. Like, it looks so good. It is super clean. All of our guests that see these at the weddings, they love them. They think the world of these booths. One thing I do love about them is the ability to customize the front. You've probably seen Humpter's partnership with, say, Pioneer or, people like that, and you can put their logo on the front. We have had couples put their, kind of monogram or last name on the front or their initials, and it just looks like $1,000,000. So I love this front-facing facade. I love the ability to just walk into the venue and do our thing super quick. So then the rest of this setup would mean, if I was running my controller, literally I can set my controller up where I want it, and I can have my audio mixer here and then run that out to whatever I'm running. For us, we have a little bit of a different way of hooking this up. We actually do just the control on the top, and our sound switch box, our sound switch control 1 is gonna be right here on the right. And then we run out to a rack that then goes to our column arrays. But you're gonna see in a couple of videos later that Rev could actually run his on the side, and you could run your mixer right here and then just run out to your column. So it's really up to you and the way that your setup is. But for us, we run all of our cables down through these cable slots, and they easily run directly to the back to our rack. And it's great, man. Like, these systems are perfect for the mobile DJ who needs to look really good and get in and out quickly and be able to efficiently set up. So let's talk about some of the pros and some of the cons of this booth. Here's the pros, y'all. It looks great. It is extremely functional. If I were to design a facade style customized booth, I don't know that I could ask for much more. Like, this is great. Integrated laptop stand. It's light. The ability to tear it apart and it to lay flat and go into our DJ's, SUV. For us, it's into the vans and it saves a ton of space. It's not very heavy. So again, it's super cool. Comes in white, comes in black. We have them in both colors, and we like them. The cons are, and I hope that this is coming for version 2, is just the parts in here need some addressing. Like maybe these guys shouldn't come out. Maybe they should just stay in there so that we don't ever have to mess with that. I would love for there to be an integration where the laptop stand itself is a flip up and it screws in and it stays in the unit versus having to be taken apart every time and put into the case where it's going to rattle around. Like having to have an extra case for the laptop stand is not ideal. And if you're a DJ and you have a different solution and you have found a different solution, please let us know in the comments, because we're always trying to get better and more efficient with the gear that we have. But we're trying to be super honest with you about how we like them and how we don't like them. And that is one major thing that I absolutely hate, is having to have an extra case for the laptop stand itself. The other thing that I don't love is, I've mentioned this before, is I would actually like the ability to just have my mixer board right here. So I would like this shelf to be a little lower to where I could just, throw in my, say, 6U rack unit and have the mixer right here next to me. And I could just physically unmute and mute and do my thing right here at the booth and not have to have a rack behind me with my mixer. So that would be dope. This setup can be placed all into the one bag that it comes in. So like the table and the shelf unit that comes in the extra bag, some of our DJs put it together and they carry it in as one. I actually don't really like that. And so we do carry it in two. So there's a couple of options that would be cool if there were, a little less moving parts with it. But all in all, you guys, to be honest with you, we're going to invest in a couple more and we hope that you'll give it a shot. We're going to actually link this up in the description below so that you can see for yourself how to grab one of these. Now, here's the deal. These guys are based out of Poland and they are partnered with Pro X Direct. So anywhere that you can get Pro X gear, you can get Humpter gear. You better act quick, because we got this about a year ago and they were gone by the summertime. And I just noticed that they're back in stock. So right now would be the perfect time for you to gear up, be ready for all your private events, anything that you're doing for mobile DJs, and we'll see you in the next video.